she when she was going, and she's like, she was like staring at me after I finished recording. Here, I'll stop it. Okay, that was one of the weirdest experiences in my life. So basically what had happened was this lady, I was Snapchatting one of my friends. I'll see if I can save the video. I was Snapchatting one of my friends riding one of the electric carts back into the store. And I was kind of zoomed in, and I think I was singing Riding Dirty or something stupid along those lines. And you could barely see her car off to the left of the video. But, you know, I stopped Snapchatting, I put it down, looked up to see if I can see him, and I saw this lady with her arms out, just kind of like, you know, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. I was like, oh, I wasn't recording you. I was, you know, Snapchatting my friend. I was really zoomed in. You can't even see herself. And she just like holds the fucking Rio de Janeiro God position and nods her head no. And I was like, okay, sorry. And then I proceeded to just sit there and warm up my bike. And my coworker comes up to me, and you know, we were talking for like 10 minutes. My bike's off. She comes up to me, and then she starts going, hey, you know, and starts talking shit and like saying a bunch of weird shit like, you shouldn't be recording people and all this stuff, and it's not funny. And it's like, well, okay, first of all, he doesn't have a disability, he's just bringing in the car. I told him I was gonna mess with him, he knows I messed with him, and I sent it to him, okay? There's no reason for you to get mad at that. And then she started talking to me about, it's not okay for me to be Snapchatting, and I was like, well, okay, I'm off the clock. There's no reason for you to say anything about it, because I wasn't recording you. Second of all, this is a public area. I can record whoever I want, okay? And then she starts talking to me about how the world is fucked up because of people like me. And I'm just like, what? What the I mean, probably, but not in this instance, okay? And then she just starts telling me all this shit about how, you know, she starts directs the conversation to my coworker who was inside of the store at the time. And she goes, she's like, you know what? Let's call him James. James, you know better than this. And then my coworker, quote unquote James, is like, well, what are you talking about? Like, I wasn't. And then I'm like, lady, he was in the store the whole time. Like, there's no reason for you to like say anything to him. So if you're gonna talk to anybody, talk to me, okay? And then she redirected it to me and started talking to me about how it's not funny because people are in wheelchairs and all this shit. It's like, I know that. He is not. It's just funny how he has his aviators as he's riding an electric cart. That's it. There's nothing to it. I'm not making fun of disabled people. I could if you wanted me to. But I'm not. Like, I wasn't making fun of him. I was like laughing at the fact that he had a weird outfit on as he rode it. I'm not saying, haha, you know, you're disabled, you can't walk, lol, fucking gook. You know, like, no. I was just saying, like, I don't know, this lady just like starts crying. She's legitimately straight crying. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, and like as she walked away, I was like, I did that, you know, little, like, what the fuck noise? And she goes, don't me. And I'm like, okay, I won't, bye, you know. She's just like, it's because of you that this world is so fucked up. You Snapchatting is not okay. And I'm like, what? Wait, what the fuck? And then apparently there was a cop in the parking lot, and he heard her screaming and shit. And he pulls out, he starts talking to her. They were talking for like 5 minutes, and I was talking to my coworker James, and he's like, all right, man, I gotta go. He gave me his number, you know, just in case they need anybody, because, you know, he saw. And I even showed the cop the video, you know, like, look, you can kind of see your car right here in the front, in this corner, and you know, that's all it is. And he's like, that's what she was freaking out. I was like, yeah, she's like, all right, well, I mean, you know, maybe she's dealt with something, you know, like that, where someone had to be in a wheelchair for some time or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't give her any right to come up to me and tell me obscenities, start screaming obscenities, and tell me that it's because of me that the world is fucked up, you know? And I'm just, like, I was like in shock, and the cop, he was like, all right, well, you know, I just wanted to make sure no one got hurt or anything, because, you know, the way she was screaming, like, yeah, you know, she's fucking freaking out. And yeah, so here is the video of the initial Snapchat, and then I'll show you the when I went to go talk to the cop. Here you go.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling, trying to catch me riding, dirty, trying to catch me riding.
How's it going, officer?
Seems to be the problem between you and me.
Honestly, I have no idea. I was recording my friend. He knew I was recording him. I was off the clock. I mean,
Right.
I have no idea.
What's your friend doing exactly?
He was just taking one of the electric carts.
Right.
He took it literally across there.
Right.
You
He
know?
was out here and you guys were just returning it.
I'm sorry? Yeah, a customer brought it out and he went to go return it. And, you know, he came up to me. I was parked right there. He talked to me for a little bit. And he's like, oh, I'm going to go get the cart. I was like, all right, I'm going to record you. And I'm going to send it to you, which I did. You know? It's like...
Did she? What did she say? Because obviously she's very upset.
I know. I have no idea. She when she was going, and she's like, she was like staring at me after I finished recording. Here, I'll show you the video. I was actually kind of up close to him. Her car was kind of in the video, but not really. Here, watch. So basically, this is what she's upset about. So I was recording him, you know, like up close, and like you can kind of see her car right there, but now it's gone. You know, and that was it. Like, see, it just replays again. But see, it was just like that. And, you know, I put down the phone, I sent it, I looked up, and she was staring at me doing this. And I'm like, oh, I wasn't recording you, I was recording my friend, I was zoomed in, you know, I couldn't see you. And then she just kind of like, you know, nodded and walked over there. And
Off and high to the left.
yeah, and, you know, and I was just like, you know, okay, you know.
She said she's a critical care nurse and she deals with handicapped people all the time.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's not like I was making fun of him for being in the wheelchair.
Of what you guys were doing is that you guys were, you know, making fun of people that were with a disability.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I wasn't, you know, it was just...
I get it. I understand, you know.
Yeah.
You're out at work, you know, he's doing something, you know. How come he was coming back this way, though? Did
He went to his car, which is that white RAV4 over there, and he was walking this way. He said hi to me, and he continued walking that way.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like... And then she came up to me, and then she was saying that which is another cashier who was in the store at the time.
Right.
He's like, and you know better. And it's like, he wasn't even out here, you know? And then she started telling me that I'm the reason the world is fucked up or something like that. And I'm like...
She's definitely out there.
You know, I'm like, what am I doing?
I get it. Can I just get your name on?
Yeah, it's...
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck.
Yeah, and I work here, so I mean, you know...
I've talked to you before.
Yeah.
Rubber duck.
Mm-hmm.
Last name?
Copy on me, big fan.
And you got a phone number?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, she's, like I said, she was just obviously upset, and I asked
Yeah.
her. But because of the way she was yelling, I thought maybe someone had gotten hurt.
Yeah, and you know, I was like...
Obviously, that's not the case. She's just overreacting.
Yeah, I asked her, like, I'm sorry if I offended you, you know, I didn't mean to, you know, anyway. She's like, you didn't offend me, but in this day and age, and you know, the world's fucked up because of you, and I'm like, what did I do?
People take it a little bit more heartfelt to others.
I understand.
Who knows? She might be a widower, and you know, she
Yeah.
might have had somebody who had to run around in that one of those.
Yeah, I mean, I understand her, that part, but there's no reason for her to come up to me and start yelling all obscenities and stuff, you know?
I get it. Like I said, I just want to make sure everything was okay.
Yeah.
I said I was going to come in and grab some lunch meat. And
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Rubber duck.
Alrighty, thank you. Have a better night.
Not a problem. Every day is a good night.
Yes, sir.